Good morning, students. The new topic which we are going to start in mathematics O level is percentage. So concentrate yourself. The first topic in percentage is going to be started is percentage. The points to remember and understand in percentage are: number one, a percentage is a fraction with a denominator of 100. We use the symbol percentage to represent percent. Percent means for every 100. For example, a group of the 100 children, 45 of them are boys. We say that 45%, that is 45% of the children are boys. Number 2 point to remember and understand is to convert a fraction or a decimal into a percentage, multiply it by 100. So here is an example to understand. That is, express each of the following as a percentage, and here you can see different kinds of questions, some fractions, some whole number, one 1/2, and some decimal questions are also there, and we will solve it now. The method is same for all kind of question. Either the number given is a fraction or a decimal. If we are required to convert the number into a percentage, the simple method is just multiply the number with 100 and put a sign of percentage. So look here now, in A part 1/5 is the number, and that requirement is convert this number into a percentage. Look at the procedure, just multiply it with 100 and put a sign of percentage. Solve it to the lowest term. Answer is this. For example, in B part the procedure is same. C part 1/2. First we will convert it to proper fraction, that is 2 ones are 2 plus 1 3/2, and rest of the procedure is same. Multiply the number with 100 and put a sign of percentage. Cancellation will be there, and this is the answer. Same procedure for the decimal numbers are also there, that is 0.15 is the number given, and the requirement is convert this number to a percentage. We will multiply this number with 100 and put a sign of percentage with it. Just solve these two numbers, multiply the numbers, and we will get the answer. Teacher's tip is a percentage greater than 100% is greater than 1. The next point is the reverse of the previous point, that is to convert a percentage into a fraction. The points to remember for this kind of question is when a percentage is given and we are required to convert it into a fraction or a decimal. The first step will be drop the percentage sign. Next step will be divide by 100, and the last step will be reduced to the lowest term. So here are some questions, and if you look at all 5 parts, we have the percentages given and we are required to convert it as a fraction. So here is A part 20%. So 20% will be written as it is. Next step will be drop the percentage sign. Look here, we do not have the percentage sign now. Next step will be divided with 100. So we have divided with 100, and the final step will be convert it to the lowest term. So this is the answer. Here is a decimal number 32.5%. Steps will be same. First step will be drop the percentage sign. Next step will be divide it with 100, and the last step will be convert it to the lowest term. So this is the final answer. The next step to understand is almost the same, that is to convert a percentage into a decimal. First step will be write the percentage as a fraction, that is divide by 100, and the next step will be convert the fraction into a decimal. Here are some examples for this kind of question. Express each of the following as a percentage. Look at all the 4 parts. We are given percentages and the requirement is converted as a decimal. So the steps will be same. First step will be drop the percentage sign. Look here, we do not have the percentage sign now. This will be the first step. Second step will be divide the number with 100, and the final step will be convert this number into decimals. So here is the answer. answer. Likewise 12.5%. So here is the number. First step will be drop the percentage sign and divide the number with 100, and next step will be convert it into a decimal. So here is the answer. So beta, the steps are same. Statement of the question is express each of the following in a percentage. So simple step to convert a fraction or a decimal into a percentage is simple. Multiply the number with 100 and put percentage sign and solve it to the simplest form. So this 0 will be cancelled by this, and 2 5s are 10, 7 5s are 35. So 35% is the answer. Here is a decimal and the requirement is to convert it into a percentage. So simple, multiply this number with 100 and put a percentage sign. Now remove point and put 1 below it, and there are two digits to the right side of the point, so we will put 2 zeros with 1. So now 100 will be cancelled by 100 and answer will be 215%. Next statement is express each of the following as a percentage. So this is the reverse of the previous question. Now percentage is given and we are required to convert it into a fraction. So the simple steps is drop the percentage sign first and divide the number with 100, and then cancel it with the same table and convert it to the simplest form. For example, 2 1s are 2, 2 5s are 10 and 0. So this is the simplest form, that is 11 by 50. Here are some decimal questions and requirement is same. Convert these percentages into fractions. For example, this is the question. First step will be drop the percentage sign and divide the number with 100. And then we will solve it to the simplest form. Remove this point and put 1 below it, and there is 1 digit to the right side of the point, so we will put 1 0 with 1 and after cancellation we will get 2 4s are 8, 2 8s are 16, 2 5s are 10, and then 2 2s are 4, 2 4s are 8, 2 5s are 10, 0, then 2 1s are 2 2s are 2 25s are. So this will be 12 over 25 5s are 125. So this is the simplest form. Here is another question. For example, we will solve it to the proper fraction first. 5 3s are 15 plus 2 17 over 5. Drop the percentage sign and divide this number with 100. And after cancellation there will be no cancellation, so 17 will be in the numerator. In denominator we will have 500. So this is the fraction which is the answer of this percentage. The statement is express each of the following as a decimal. So percentages are given, steps are same. Drop the percentage sign first and divide the number by 100. So we have 2 zeros with 1, so point is right now here. Now point will move 2 places to the left side, so the answer will be 0.09. Here is a fraction. So first we will convert it to a proper fraction. 5 5s are 25 and 4 will become 29 in numerator, and in denominator we will have 5. Drop the percentage sign and divide the number by 100. So at this step we will have 29 over 500. Answer will be 29 divided by 500 will be equal to 0.058. So this is the decimal. The next type in the percentage is that is finding the percentage of a number. To find the percentage of a number, the steps to understand are: number one, rewrite the percentage as a fraction, and then number two step will be multiply the number by the fraction. So here are some questions to understand and things will be more clear. For example, calculate 12% of the 70. So first we will convert this percentage into a fraction, drop the percentage sign and divide this number with 100. So look here, we have dropped the percentage sign and divide the 12 by 100 of will be converted into percentage, 70 will remain same, and after cancellation you will get the answer. Likewise, here is the same method. First drop the percentage sign. So look here, we have to drop the percentage sign and drop this and divide this number with 100. In place of we have to place the multiply sign and 560 will remain as it is, and after cancellation of this one you will get the answer. Statement of the question is evaluate each of the following. So 15% of $180 is the requirement. Steps are almost same. Drop the percentage sign and divide the number 15 by 100. Always place a multiply sign in place of and 180 will remain as it is, and after solving this 10 will be cancelled by this. 5 3s are 15, 5 2s are 10, and 2 9s are 18. So 9 3s are $27 will be the answer of this question. Likewise, here is a fraction. First solve it. 12 4s are 48 plus 1 49 over 4. Drop the percentage sign and divide this number by 100. Put multiply sign in place of and this 880 will be placed as it is. Now solve it on the calculator. So 49 into 880, 49 into 880, that will be equal to 435120. 435120, and in denominator we will have 400. Now further solve it. Divided by 400, that will be equal to 1087 1087.8. So this is the answer of this question. Here is a decimal question. So 4.5% of 96 kg is the requirement. Steps are again same. Drop the percentage sign and divide 4.5 by 100. Put multiply sign in place of and 96 will remain as it is. Now solve it on the calculator. So 96 multiplied by 4.5 divided by 100, that will be equal to 4.32 kg is the answer. The statement of the question is find the value of x in each of the following. So 15% of x is given 60. So the steps are same. Drop the percentage sign and divide 15 by 100. Multiply sign will be placed in place of x will remain as it is, and the answer is 60. And from here we will get, by cross multiplying the value of the x, that will be 60 multiplied by 100 over 15. So 15 4s are 60 and 400s are 400. So this is the answer. The next type in the percentage is expressing one quantity as a percentage of another. That is, to express one quantity A as a percentage of another quantity B. The points to remember for this kind of question is write A as a fraction of B and then multiply the fraction A by B by 100%. So these will be the steps. Here is a question to explain this type of question. For example, in A part, we are required express 42 centimeter as a percentage of 1.05 meter. So the thing in this type of question is to remember is unit sign should be same. Here is centimeter and here is meter given. So we have to convert this meter into centimeter first. So 1.05 meter is equal to actually 105 meters. So the next step will be put this value in numerator and this value in denominator, that is 42 over 105 multiplied by 100%. Solve it and you will get the answer, that is 40%. In B part, in a batch of 150 light bulbs inspected, 30 were found to be defective. It means if 30 are defective, so then 120 will be the right one. Calculate the percentage of the bulbs that are not defective. So the number of the bulbs not defective will be equal to 150 minus 30 will be equal to 120. So now the requirement is calculate the percentage of the bulbs that are not defective. So not defective number will be put in the numerator. Total number will be put in the denominator, multiplied by 100%. After cancellation, you will get the answer. The statement of the question is express the first quantity as a percentage of the second. So in these type of the questions, the only requirement is you must have the same unit, because in this question one unit is in cents and second unit is in dollars. So first we have to convert the both unit in one. So this is 64 cents and this $1.60 will be equal to 160 cents. So unit is same now. And now we will solve the question. Express the first quantity as a percentage of the second. So the method will be 64 divided by 160. So put the first value in the numerator and the second one in the denominator. Multiply it with 100%. And after solving this, you will get the answer. So answer will be 64 multiplied by 100 divided by 160. So 40% is the answer. Next category in the percentages is comparing two quantities by percentages. So here is an example to understand this type of the percentages. Annie earns $2,500 per month while Beatrice earns $4,800 per month. This month Annie received a pay rise of $350 while Beatrice received a pay rise of $500. Who received a higher percentage of the pay rise? So look here, this is the method. So percentage pay rise of Annie got $350 pay rise. So 350 will be put in the denominator and her original pay will be put in the denominator, multiplied by 100%. After cancellation, you will get an answer, that is 14%. And same method will be for Beatrice. Beatrice got $500 pay rise, that will be put in the numerator. His total pay, that is $4,800, will be put in the denominator, multiplied by 100%, and after cancellation you will get an answer of 10.4%. So from here you can clearly see Annie received a higher percentage of pay rise. In 2006, Carol earned $2,500 per month while Rebecca earned $3,200 per month. At the end of the 2006, Carol had saved $5,000 while Rebecca had saved $6,000. Who saved a higher percentage of their annual income? Okay, for Carol, there are actually 12 months in a year, so Carol's total income will be equal to 2,500 multiplied by 12 will be equal to $30,000 And now the percentage saving will be equal to this saving will be put in the numerator. Total income of the year will be put in the denominator, multiplied by 100%. So the answer will be 5,000 multiplied by 100 divided by 30,000 equal to 16.67%. So this is the percentage saving for the Carol. Likewise, we will find the percentage saving of the Rebecca. So total earning for the Rebecca for the year is, Rebecca earned 3,200 per month, so multiplied by 12 will be equal to 38,400. And now his percentage saving will be, his saving will be put in the numerator, that is 6,000. Total income will be put in the denominator, that is 38,400 multiplied by 100%. So 6,000 multiplied by 100 divided by 38,400. Answer is 15.63%. So the requirement is who saved a higher percentage of their annual income. So clearly we can see Carol has saved a higher percentage income. So Carol is the answer. Next type in percentages is reverse percentages. To understand this kind of question, we are going to solve a question. For example, 25% of the teachers in a school drives to work. If 18 teachers drive to school, find the total number of the teachers in the school. So the difference in the question is percentage is already given and we are required the number. So now we will solve it. In this question, we are required to find the total number of the teachers. So we will let X be the total number of the teachers in the school. And in the question, we are given that 25% of the total teachers drive to work. And the teachers who drive to work is also given, that is 18. So these things will be equal. And from here, drop the percentage sign and divide this number by 100 multiplied by X is equal to 18% will remain same. And after cancellation, you will get an answer of 72. So this is the total number of the teachers in the school. Statement of the question is 62% of the students in a school wear spectacles. If 589 students wear spectacles, find the total enrollment of the students in the school. So the requirement is total. So we will let the total enrollment is BX. So according to statement, 62% of the students in the school, so 62% of X should be equal to 589. Because 62% of the students in the school wear spectacles and spectacles students are 589. So now we will solve it. Drop the percentage sign and divide 62 by 100. Place multiply sign in place of X and 589 will remain as it is. And from here we will solve it by using calculator. So 589 multiplied by 100 divided by 62 So 950 is the value of X. That is actually the total enrollment in the school. Here is the next type of the percentage, that is percentage is greater than 100%. So here we are going to do a question to understand this category. The question is the cost of an apartment in 2007 was $619,200, which was 20% more than its value in 2006. What was the cost of the apartment in 2006? So it means in previous year what was the price, but in the next year price is increased by 20%. So this means if let the cost of the apartment in 2006 be X, so in 2007 that will be 120% of the X is equal to the price in the 2007. So after solving it, you will get an answer. This will be the price in 2006 because X is the price we have let in 2006. Here is another question. The value of the antique Qing Dynasty was $15,200 at the beginning of the 2005. Its value appreciates 12% at the end of the each year. Find the value of the was at the beginning of the 2007. So be alert. In 2005 price is given, and at the end of every year the price is appreciated by 12%, and we are required the price at the beginning of the 2007. So here is the solution. Value of the was at the end of the 2005 when the year is going to end, that will be 112% of 15,200 because price at the end of the year will be increased by 12%. So that will be 112% of the price at the beginning. So after solving you will get an answer. This is the price at the end of the 2005. Likewise the price at the end of the 2006. 112% of the price at the end of the 2005 price. So after solving you will get an answer. That is the price at the end of the 2006. So definitely this will be the price at the beginning of the 2007. Statement of the question is Mr. Lee's family expenditure last month was $3,650. This month the family expenditure increased by 8%. So it means this will be equal to 108% of the previous month's expenditure. So calculate the family's expenditure this month. So required expenditure should be equal to 108% of 3650. Now solve it. 108 divided by 100 multiplied by 3650. Solve it on the calculator. So 108 multiplied by 3650 divided by 100. So $3,942 is the expenditure this month. Next type in the percentage is percentage increase and percentage decrease. For this kind of question, you have to remember something to find the percentage increase or decrease. Percentage increase formula will be increase over original amount multiplied by 100%, and likewise percentage decrease formula will be decrease over original amount multiplied by 100%. To understand this category, we are going to solve some questions. So look here now. A part, the price of the box of the biscuit increased from $2.50 to $2.65. You can clearly see from here that is the increase in the price is $0.15. Calculate the percentage increase in the price. So that is the increase in the price, that is 2.65 multiplied by 2.50, that is 0.15. So this increase according to formula will be put in the numerator, and the original price original price is this, because from here to here prices change. So original price will be put in the denominator, multiply by 100%. After cancellation, you will get an answer. The B part statement is a television set cost 2560. This is the original price. If the price was reduced to 2176, so find the percentage decrease in the price. First, you have to find the decrease in the price. That can be found out by subtracting this amount from this amount. You will get the reduction. That reduction should be placed in the numerator, and here is the original price, because price is changed from here to here. So this is the original price. This price should be put in the denominator, multiplied by 100%. Here is the solution of the question. That is, first we have to find the decrease in the price. That will be found out by 2560 minus 2176. So this is the decrease. This should be put in the numerator, and 2560 original price should put in the denominator, multiplied by 100%. After cancellation, you will get an answer. Here is another example to understand more. In a factory, 32% of the workers are male. So it means if 32% of the workers are male, definitely 68% of the workers will be female. Further, there are 315 more female workers than male workers in the factory. A part, find the total number of the workers in the factory. So if the percentage of the male workers are 32%, we will subtract this 32% from the 100. That will be 68%. So that will be the percentage of the female workers. And female workers are more than the male workers, so we will subtract 32% from 68%. So this is the answer that shows the percentage increase of the female workers as compared to male workers. So 36% more female workers than male workers. Now look, let X represent the total number of the workers. And now we have find out that 36% more female workers as compared to male workers are there. So 36% of the total workers should be equal to 315. That is more female workers. So that should be equal. And from here, after cancellation, after solving, we will get an answer of the total number of the workers. Now concentrate. B part is somewhat tough. To cope with more orders, the factory decided to employ more workers. Among the new workers employed, 60% were male workers. Among the new workers employed, 60% were male workers. 40% of the workers in the factory now are male. Okay, how many more male workers did the factory employ? Now, actually, in the A part, we have find out the total number of the workers, that is 875, and we have 32% workers are male. So first, we will find the male workers that were before working in the factory, before employing the new workers. So 32% of the 875. After solving, you will get an answer. So this is the number of the workers, male workers before. Now try to understand. Factories employing more workers, and among the new workers employed, 60% were male. So let the new workers, let Y be the number of the new workers employed. 60% of the new workers are male, plus this is the previous number of the male workers. This will be added, and now in the question it is given that 40% of the workers in the factory now are male, and now in the factory total number of the workers will be 875. That was previous one, and this is the new employed workers. So 875 plus Y is the total number of the new workers now. That will be 40% of the this number will be equal to the percentage of the male. So this should these two values should be equal, and after solving from here you will get the value of y. And remember, this is the number of the new employed workers, that is 350. So the number of the new male workers employed is 60% of the y, because it is given in the question. So 60% of the y, it means 60% of the 350, that will be equal to 210. So this was the requirement. How many more male workers did the factory employ? Statement of the question is the price of a packet of sweets increased from this to this. Calculate the percentage increase in the price. So first we have to find the increase. That will be equal to $1.95 minus $1.50. So increase is equal to $0.45. Now the requirement is calculate the percentage increase. To find the percentage increase, the formula is increase over original price multiplied by 100%. So the increase is now $0.45. Original price was $1.50. Multiplied by 100% will give us the answer, and we will solve it now on the calculator now. 0.45 multiplied by 100 divided by 1.50 gives 30. So 30% is the increase. The statement of the question is the price of the television set decreased from this to this. Calculate the percentage decrease. So again, first we have to find the decrease amount. That can be find out by subtracting this and this, like 2500 minus 2100 will be equal to $400 is the decrease. Now the formula for the percentage decrease is decrease over original amount multiplied by 100%. Now we will put values in the formula. Decrease is 400. Original amount is 2500 multiplied by 100%. So solve it on the calculator now. 400 into 100 will be 40,000 divided by 2500 will give the answer, that is 16%. So 16% is the percentage decrease. Okay, Madeline bought a bag of the candy weighing 900 grams. If she eats 30% of the candy each day, how much candy will she have left at the end of the first day, at the end of the third day? So the end of first day, candies will left, that will be equal to 900 minus 30% of 900. So we will solve it on the calculator now to get the answer. That will be equal to 900 minus bracket start 30 divided by 100 multiplied by 900 bracket close will be equal to 630. So these are the candies left at the end of the first day. Likewise, end of second day, will be equal to 630
minus 30% of 630. So this will again be solved. 630 minus 30 over 100 multiplied by 630 and will be equal to 630 minus bracket start 30 divided by 100 multiplied by 630 bracket close equal to 441 grams. This is the left at the end of the second day. Likewise, end of third day. Can be find out by 441 minus 30% of 441. So again steps are same. Solve it on the calculator. 441 minus bracket start 30% of 441 bracket close equal to 308.7 grams. So these are the candies left at the end of the third day. A mathematics club consists of 80 members. 65% of the members are boys. After some new members joined the club, 60% of the members are boys. If the new members consist of one more girl, then boys. How many of the members now the girls? Okay, there are 80 members, out of which 65% of the members are boys. So boys are 65% of 80. That will be equal to multiplied by 80. So it means there are 52 boys. And the definitely girls will be 80 minus 52. That will be equal to 28 girls. So now suppose after some new members joined the club, 60% of the members are boys. Let the new members boys bx, and clearly it is given if the new members consist of one more girl than boys, so then the new members girls will be equal to x plus 1, and now total new members will become 80 plus boys, new boys plus new girls. So this will be equal to 2x plus 81. So this is the total number of the club now. So it is given now 60% of the members are boys now. So 60% of 2x plus 1, 2x plus 81 is the boys, but boys will be now 52, that is the old number of the boys, and now we are having some new boys as well. So the new number of the boys will be 52 plus x, that should be equal to this. And after solving, so we will solve it now. 60% of 2x plus 81 equal to 52 plus x. This 100 will go to the right side, or just solve it now. It will be 0.6. So 0.6 multiplied by 2. 0.6 multiplied by 2 will be equal to 1.2. and 0.6 multiplied by 81 will be equal to 48.6. Equal to 52 plus x will remain as it is. This x will be shifted to left hand side. It will become now 0.2x, and this 48.6 will go to the right side. So 52 minus 48.6. This is equal to 3.4. This 0.2 will go to the right side, divided by 0.2. So the answer is 17. So x is 17. It means this is the new boys. And then our requirement is how many of the girls now are girls. So girls are one more than the boys. So new girls. X plus 1. So 17 plus 1 will be equal to 18. So these are the new girls. So total girls. That is the last step of the question. Old number of the girls are 28, and these are the new girls. So after solving this, you will get 46. So these are the total number of the girls now. The next type in the percentage is discount. So the point to remember in this type of category is a discount is the reduction in the price of an item. It is the difference between the mark price and the selling price, that is the sale price. So discount is equal to mark price minus selling price, and the percentage discount can be found out by putting the discount in the numerator divided by mark price multiplied by 100%. So this is the formula will be used for percentage discount. So we are going to solve a question now, and after solving this question you will be more comfortable in this category. James wanted to buy a Walkman priced at 180. So this is the price which is marked. After some bargaining with the shopkeeper, he was given a discount of 15%. Calculate the price he paid. It means discount given should be equal to 15% of the 180. After solving, you will get $27. So this is the discount. Definitely this amount should be subtracted from the mark price. That should be equal to the amount paid. So this is the answer. Here is another question for explanation. During the Great Singapore Sale, the prices of all the items in the supermarket were reduced by 10%. The sale price of a camcorder was $1125. Find the mark price of the camcorder before the sale. So 10% discount is given. It means selling price should be equal to 90% of the mark price, because 10% discount is given. And the selling price is given, that is 1125. That should be placed here. 90% is here. Multiplied by mark price, actually the requirement. So after cross multiplying the values, you will get the answer 1250. Here is another question for explanation. That is, the statement is the mark price of a piano was 5899. So this is the mark price. The price during a 2-day sale was 5299. So this is the reduced price. Calculate the percentage discount offered during the sale. So percentage discount is the requirement. So it means first we have to find the discount, and that discount should be placed in the numerator, and in denominator we have to place the mark price. Multiply by 100% will give the answer. So the discount should be equal to this price minus this price. So look here, this is the discount. In denominator, we will put the mark price, multiply by 100%, and after solving, you will get an answer that is 10.2%. So this is the percentage discount. Another question for explanation is the mark price of a laptop at a shop was $3,255. During a sale, a discount of the 10% was given. A further 20% discount was given to the students or the teachers.
how much would a student need to pay for the laptop during a sale? So the first thing required is, first we have to find the selling price after getting 10% discount, because that is actually the original discount on this. So this price of the laptop after a 10% discount should be equal to 90% of this one. So 90% of this one will give us this answer. But a further discount of 20% is given to the students and teacher, and a student is going to the shop to buy the laptop, so he will get a further 20% discount. So on this, the price of the laptop after a further 20% discount should be equal to 80% of this price now, because this is the price after 10% discount, and on this price you are given further 20% discount, so this should be equal to now 80% of this price, and after solving you will get this thing. So this is the price a student will pay for the laptop. But in this kind of question, a very important point that should be noted is, if a discount is given, then a further discount is given, do not ever add the two discounts at the first step. So listen now. A 10% discount followed by a 20% discount is not the same as 30% discount. Remember this thing. Price of the laptop after 30% discount. Suppose we will solve this now to check the answer. So if 30% discount is given, for example, then there will be 70% of the 3255. That was the original price of the laptop. Look here. Suppose we solve it now, we will get an answer of 227850. So this is the price after 30% discount, but this was not actually the original case. In the original case, we are given a 10% discount and then a further 20% discount for teachers and students. So look here, we got the answer this one, but 30% discount gave us this answer. So these two values are different. This and this are different. So do not ever add the two discount at the first step. The statement of the question is, after a discount of 15%, the price of the pair of the shoes is 68. So this is the discounted price. What is the mark price of the pair of the shoes? So let the marked price be X dollars. So mark price is X dollars and discount is 15% of the mark price. Definitely should be equal to the sale price, that is 68. So now we will solve it. X minus 15% of X is equal to 68. So this will be equal to 85.85. 0.85 X is equal to 68, and from here we will get the answer. That will be 68 divided by 0.85. So $80 was the marked price. The B part is, a piano has a marked price is $2,300. But it is sold at a discount of 5% to the customer who pays for it in cash. Find the discount in the price. So the only requirement is discount. That is 5% of the mark price, that is 2,300. So we will solve it on calculator now. And answer will be 115. So this is the discount given.
C part is Mark wanted to buy a television set priced at this. So this is the Mark price. The dealer offered him a discount of 20%. How much did he pay for the television set? So this is 868. So how much did he pay? So pay should be equal to 868. This is the Mark price, and there is a discount given, that is 20% off 868. So now solve it on the calculator. 868 minus 20% off 868, bracket close, equal to 694.4. So this is the price we should be paying after getting the discount. The statement is the question is all items at a furniture store were sold at a discount of 15% during a sale. The members of the store were entitled to a further discount of the 5%. The mark price of the carpet is $7,280. Mrs. Wong, a member of the store, bought the carpet during the sale. How much did she pay? One thing that you have to be careful about, that is, do not add the two discounts. We have to solve the question step by step. So the price after 15% discount will be equal to, that is 7,280 is the mark price. At this we are getting 15% discount. So solve it now. That is 7,280 minus bracket start 0.15 of 7,280, bracket close, will be equal to 6,188. This is the price after 15% discount, but the employees of the store is getting a further discount is 5%. So price after further 5% discount will be equal to 6,188 minus 5% of 6,188. Solve it on the calculator and you will get the final price, that is 6,188 minus bracket start 0.05 of 6,188, bracket close. So this is the price for the employees, that is 5,878.6. So this is the final price for the employees who are working at this store. The next category in percentages is commission. So the point to remember and understand in commission kinds of question are, when an agent buys or sells an item on behalf of another person, he is paid a commission. A commission is usually expressed as a percentage of the cost price or the selling price. Here is a question to understand this kind of category is, a real estate agent received a commission of 1.5% for selling a condominium for $765,000. How much commission did he receive? So 1.5% of this one will be the answer. So 1.5% of this, and after solving you will get an answer of this. So this is the agent's commission. Here is another question to understand. James earns a basic salary of $500 per month. So this is the basic salary. He is also paid a commission of 12% on the sales he makes
each month. So whatever the sales he made, he always got 12% on the sales. So in a certain month he made $8,000 in sales. How much did he earn that month? So first we have to find out what is the commission he got. So 12% of $8,000, because this is the sales, on this he will get 12% as a commission. So this is the commission now, and now this commission will be added in 500, that is the basic salary. So this is the total salary he will got in that month. Here is another question of this category is a salesman is paid a basic salary of $750 per month plus a commission of 6.5% for each set of the encyclopedia that he sells. A set of the encyclopedia costs this. So this is the price of one encyclopedia. If his total income for the particular month was $3,558, so concentrate, this is the total salary that is equal to actually the basic salary plus commission. So this is the basic salary he got plus whatever the commission he got, that will be equal to 3,558 in some particular month. The requirement is how many sets of the encyclopedia did he sell. So this question will be solved in a way, let X represent the number of the encyclopedia solved. Total income should be equal to basic salary plus commission. Total salary that is given 3,558. Basic salary is also given, that is 750. And now we will find the commission in a way, that is 6.5% of the total number of the encyclopedia sold. So 6.5% is here. Multiply, this is the price of one encyclopedia and this X is the total number of the encyclopedia. So this will be the equation, and after solving this equation you will get the answer of X. So that is the number of the sets of the encyclopedia sold.
The statement of the question is a salesman was paid a basic salary of $500 per month plus 0.75% commission of the value of the cars that he sells. A part is, in January he sold 8 1.5 L cars that cost $80,000 and 2.0 L cars that cost $100,000 each. How much was his salary for that month? Okay, the salary for that month in A part should be equal to basic salary, that is $500 plus 0.75% of 1.5 L cars that cost each 80,000. So 8 into 80,000 plus 3 2.0 L cars that cost 100,000. So 3 into 100,000. After solving, you will get the answer. So we will solve it now. 500 plus 0.75 divided by 100 and 8 into 80,000. 8 into 80,000 will be equal to 640,000 plus 3 into 100,000 will be equal to 300,000. Okay, when this 300,000 will be added to this, will make 940,000. These two zeros will be cancelled by this. These further two zeros will be cancelled by this. You just solve the this on the calculator. Okay, now the final answer by using the calculator will be 500 plus 75 into 94 will be equal to 7550. So this is the salary for that month. Okay, the second requirement is in B part. In February, his salary was 7700. He sold only 1.5 L cars that month. How many cars did he sell in February? Okay, this is the salary. So first we have to find the commission. Commission will be found out by subtracting the total salary minus the basic salary. So in B part, commission will be equal to 7700 minus 500 will be equal to 7200. So this is the commission. And now you will find the number of cars. Let the number of cars number of 1.5 L, because he sold only 1.5 L cars. So let the number of the 1.5 L cars in that month be X. So commission should be equal to, that is 7200 should be equal to 0.75% of 1.5 L cars cost 80,000. So 80,000 multiplied by the number of 1.5 L cars. And now solve it on the calculator. So 7200 will remain as it is. This 0.75 over 100 multiplied by 80,000 X. So now we are going to use the calculator. That is 7200 multiplied by 100 equal divided by 0.75 and divided by 80,000. So 12, X is 12. So this is the number of the cars, that is 1.5 L he sold in that part, in the B part.
Here is the next category of the percentages is GST and value added tax. So the point to remember and understand in this category is in Singapore 7% is added to the cost of the goods and services by the government. This is called goods and services tax. In short form, this is called GST. In other countries, it is known as the value added tax, that is called VAT. So the question to understand for this category is the mark price excluding GST of a hand phone is this. So this is excluding GST. Calculate the price a buyer has to pay inclusive of 7% of the GST. So first thing we have to find out what is the amount of the GST. So amount of GST should be equal to 7% of the 240. After solving this, you will get an answer of 16.80. So this amount should be added to 240 to get the price that should be paid. The price of the handphone inclusive of the GST will be equal to this one. The B part is somewhat different. A bill for a meal in a restaurant was $374.50 inclusive of 7% GST. Calculate the price of the meal before GST. Let the price before the GST applied is X. So it means we have to pay 107 because 7% GST will be applied. So suppose X price is the original price. So if 7% GST will be applied, so 107% of X should be equal to the price which is going to be paid. So 107% of the x should be equal to 374.50, and from here when you will solve it you will get an answer of 350. That is the bill before GST.
Statement of the question is Daryl bought a printer for 374.50 inclusive of 7% GST. Okay, this is the buying price. Find the price of the printer before GST. Okay, the requirement is find the price of the printer before GST. Let the price before GST be X dollars. So this is the price before GST on which 7% GST is applied, 7% of X, and after that the final price which a customer has to pay is 374.50. So we will solve it now. This is 107% of X is equal to 374.50. And now we will solve it on the calculator. Divided by 100 will be multiplied by this 374.50. So it will 37450 divided by 107. So this is the price, $350, which was before the GST is applied. B part's statement is how much would Tom need to pay for the computer system costing $3,800 with 7% GST imposed on it. So the paying amount should be equal to, this is the price, $3,800, on which further 7% GST is going to be applied. So 7% of $3,800. So after solving this, you will get the price that has to be paid. So $3,800 plus bracket start 0.07 multiplied by 3,800. Equal to 4066 dollars. So this is the price which has to be taken after applying the GST.